Real Country is 550 AM WAME, 92.9 W225BD, Statesville.
All righty. Good morning. It is 9 o'clock right on the dot. 81 is our temperature already this morning. We're so excited about having hot weather and Shannon Viera in the studio.
Good morning. You missed me.
I did. Now Nicole's really
I
good, but
know.
we miss you. You're a busy woman.
I know, but I'm glad to be here with you today.
So am I.
Since your sidekick isn't here, so I guess they just got us instead.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
that's how it
it's a
works.
match made somewhere.
So I'm plugging Ron at Cinnamon Beach, and we're all jealous because we looked it up to see where it was and if it's really Cinnamon Beach sand, and it's
Yes.
both of those things.
Yeah. So that's
So
what I
we're-
asked him before he left. I was like, "Is it like kind of a pinkish looking color sand?" And he wasn't sure.
Cinnamon's brown.
Well,
He was thinking of Himalayan salt.
That's it.
That's it.
Yes,
There you
yes.
go.
good catch. I
Yeah,
like
it said-
her
according
already.
according to the description on Google, it said it had cinnamon colors in, so we're all
Okay.
excited.
That's it.
Yeah, but
So,
so
This is Chamber Chat.
chamber chat. We got
with
two wonderful guests.
The president of
And
the
CEO.
Greater
I'm
States
just
and
kidding.
excuse me of the Statesville Chamber of Commerce, Greater Statesville Chamber of Commerce. Shannon Viera
I'm glad to be here
with two wonderful boys.
Yes.
One is driving you insane, and the other one is driving you crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
insane and crazy. That's right.
Pretty much, two
Yeah.
boys will do that.
They will do it, but
What-
they're doing well. They're both working. They have jobs.
Excellent.
Jobs making the money.
There you go.
One's working for the Sharp House, and the other one's working at Johnson Greenhouse.
Oh, either way works good.
Yes,
All
they are,
right.
and both are very happy. So thank you for taking a chance on my young boys. You don't even know what that means.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So, who do we have with you today?
So we've got two of our wonderful members. To my immediate left is Katrina Korn. She's with JNKC Portables. And we will get into what that means here in a hot minute.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of Katrina is Leanne Hudson with Focal Point Coaching, Business and Executive Coach, which you said extra words that were not on my notes. So I apologize if
with-
I don't have them all, but
with focal point.
I actually think you said extra words.
oh, did I?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So I
that's
said
okay.
extra words. You said extra words, but it's Focal Point Coaching, and we're excited to have both of you ladies here today. And we're going to learn so much about what you guys do and the what you can offer to our business community here in the greater Statesville area. So excited about it. It's been the next 30 minutes chatting it up.
Yep.
On Chamber Chat.
So, tell us what's going on with the chamber these days.
Okay, today is June 23rd. It's a Monday. We're in
Yes.
middle of June. I mean,
Mhm.
unbelievably unbelievable. On the 26th, which I guess is this week, right?
It is.
Yeah. We're going to have we're having a celebration with Flo, Nissan of Statesville. They're doing their commitment to the community. They do this every year. It's a really nice event from 4 to 7. They're going to have food trucks, and they want you to mingle with their Nissan team, just meet up and learn a little bit more about what they offer there. And, we're just going to have a great time with them and just celebrate the partnerships. They do a lot for the community. They are highly engaged with the chamber. So we just, we're just happy to be able to celebrate with them. From 4 to 7. It's at 949 Folger Drive in Statesville, and it's going to be at the Flow Nissan location.
There are many flows over there.
Yeah, there's like about there's a whole row.
And the 26th is Thursday.
That is correct.
Yes.
So Thursday.
Very good.
Yeah, and I think we're doing a ribbon cutting for them. It doesn't say on my notes, but I feel like I read that somewhere, or else I'm just used to doing ribbon cuttings, that I'm just going to bring ribbon and scissors no matter what. We're going to cut a ribbon no matter what. It's one of my favorite. If anybody knows me, that's one of my favorite things to do. I love ribbon cuttings. Yeah, I have to tell a funny story on the mayor. We've had a lot lately, and he comes to a good bit of them. And we were at one the other day. It wasn't a ribbon cutting, actually. It was just the dedication, the groundbreaking for their new fire police station and parking deck and all that stuff. And it really wasn't a ribbon cutting. It was just a dedication in a groundbreaking. So there were no scissors and no ribbon, and there was no Shannon saying, "Okay, tell us where you are, what you do." And Kelsey goes, "We forgot to do that." I was like, "No, we'll do that when we have the ribbon and the scissors." I said, "I know." I was ready to say it too.
Yes.
But there
This
wasn't
was
really anything to say because it's just some shovels and dirt. But it was
shovel
a
in the
great
dirt.
event.
Yeah, that's right.
Wonderful opportunity to be there, and so excited for the police department and all the the extra parking that we're going to be getting in our
Yes,
community.
Lord, yes.
We all
Amen.
know we know we love that. So, and then on July 1st, so we're already heading into July.
Yes, we are.
We're going to have our we have our an advocacy event. We're going to have quite a bit of advocacy in the summer because our legislators are usually off for the summer, so they're home and they can come visit with us. So Thursday, though, Tuesday, July 1st at 8 a.m. in the morning. It's the early birds. We're trying to get you early in the morning. We are going to have an event with the city and the county, and we're going to talk about the permit puzzle.
Oh,
And just talking about
yes.
educating folks on that process, understanding how it works. If you've ever tried to put in a new anything in your existing facility or needed to build something, it's a process and it can be very frustrating on all sides. So we are excited that the city and the county are going to come together and just kind of talk through that process a little bit. So, come, it's open to our chamber members. It's an exclusive member only event. There's no charge, but it's a great opportunity to ask questions and learn more about the process and have an opportunity to meet with those folks. So Ron Matthews,
You're
Smith,
close.
Ron Smith. I'm sorry, Ron. Too many Rons in my
right.
life. Ron Smith, the city manager, will be there along with two county representatives, Walt being one, and just talking about that whole process. So it's a great opportunity to come out, and it'll be at the Gatherings Event Center at 8 a.m. to 9:30 at 232 Signal Hill Drive, which is literally across the street from where we're at. Like,
Yes,
just literally,
right down the hill.
you can walk there from here.
That's
So,
right.
Billy, you should come. I know you've had plenty of
Permit
experience.
Yeah,
with
yes,
all
we
the
have.
things.
I just hope the city and the county talk to each other.
They will be fine. They will be fine. It's going to be a very very good opportunity.
Yeah.
And then on July the 10th, we've got the Rock ribbon cutting. Amanda,
her new location.
Yes, Amanda's been working diligently to get that reopened. It's a recovery spa, cafe, and 24-hour fitness center. We're going to do a ribbon cutting that Thursday at 5, and then they're going to be doing tours and celebrating until 7:30, and that's at 970 Davie Avenue. So can never be enough about your health, right? Okay, what else is going on? Okay, August. We don't have a Friday after 5 in July. We have the Piedmont Healthcare Friday after 5. We take that month off, and because it's the weekend of 4th of July weekend, so we come back in August. It will be August the 1st.
Yes.
And it is going to be the two things are happening. One, it's the Piedmont Healthcare Friday After 5 concert, and it's Y2K Kids. So if you're a millennial and you love 2000s music, the aughts, as I like to call it, it is going to be awesome. It's going to be a 2000s tribute band. So it'll be so much fun. I've been like listening to music from the 2000s, and let me tell you, we had country tribute band last time, and they were really good, Billy. I think you were there for that.
Yes.
And this one will be all the 2000s. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We have our Kids Expo, which is something I'm really proud of.
Yes.
We highlight our young entrepreneurs in the community. So if you have a child that's kindergarten to high school that wants to sell something, please have them sign up for this. It's an awesome opportunity. We do it during Friday after 5. So they have, that captive audience. Billy will tell you how much money do we spend there every year? Way too much.
A ton.
Yeah.
Especially with her too.
Well,
but they may be aged out.
I'm going to have them selling. We're going to be out of town actually this year.
Oh, okay.
I won't even be there.
Oh, that's okay.
I know. I booked a vacation not having Friday after when I was in November planning my vacation. I did not have the summer concert series on my calendar yet. Gosh.
I'm impressed that you started back in November.
Because we were all together at Thanksgiving. It's a family vacation with like 20 people.
Yes.
And it was just do it now or we're not going to get it done while we're together. And we did it. And summertime was not on my brain process. And I didn't even realize it till like 2 weeks ago that I wasn't even going to be here. So Liz and Nicole are like, oh no, but it'll be fine. But yeah, we're excited about that. And our Kids Expo is sponsored by Bobcat and Legacy Oral Surgery. So we have some wonderful sponsors for all of our events, and we're so excited about this. So, but yeah, that's a lot. I'm gonna double check one more thing.
She's a
Before
good double checker.
I just
She
Yeah.
does that
I
sort of
don't want to
thing.
miss
Okay.
something because I feel like there's just it was busy last week, so maybe that's why my brain is kind of like we also have yeah, okay, we're all right then. I think I covered everything.
I hope so.
We do. The one thing we are switching up this month is we have a coffee morning coffee we do once a month, and then we do a morning a lunch. And the morning coffee for the next quarter, so July, August, September, will be at Lake Mountain Coffee, and those are on the first Tuesday of the month, so July 1st. So July 1st is going to be kind of a tight one. We may see people at our advocacy meeting and not at our coffee, but that's okay. We'll do both because it's different groups of people who have different interests. But we'll be at Lake Mountain, so I'm excited about that. And that's just a drop in 8:30 and just have a cup of Joe and chat it up.
Chat. That's right.
And then our lunch meeting is called Chamber Connection Eat and Meet. Haha. And that's on July the 15th. And that's on the third Tuesday of the month. And we're going to be meeting at Delaney's for the next quarter.
Very
So,
nice.
Dave, we're excited to be able to support Dave at Delaney. So, July, August, September on the third Tuesday, we'll be there. So, if you can't make it for coffee, everybody's got to eat or drink coffee. I do both, but be there. So, we're
Have you
excited.
cut back on your coffee yet?
Should I? I haven't had any
Oh.
this morning.
Oh, well, I can't believe that.
I didn't. I know my
Really?
routine. I should have had it before I left the house, but I didn't.
Okay.
Usually,
mean,
I'm
you-
having coffee on Mondays with Ron, and we just couldn't. We didn't get to do that today.
Well, you're up and doesn't she seem energetic?
She seems like she might have had some coffee.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
have
just
coffee. I
check.
do this. I mean, I sound the same coffee or no
Mhm.
coffee. I just love drinking coffee. But yeah, so we're excited. Lots going on, and the chamber's always busy. I would say always look at our website at our events calendar. It's always updated. Check our Facebook. We try to put stuff there as well. And also just, make sure you're getting our newsletter that we send out all these updates on. So if you're not getting those things, let us know.
And you'll make it happen.
Yes. Did I miss anything? Nicole is not listening right now because she didn't or she's listening and I covered it all.
Okay.
So we're good.
How about Joni?
Joni is good too. So we're all just set and ready. The chamber is busy as
Ready to
ever.
go. Yes, you are.
Yes.
All right.
So now I want to introduce my two guests. So we're going to start with Katrina Korn with J. Don't tell me. NKC Portables.
Yes.
So explain what I'd like to know what the initials are. I'm sure it's some kind of special name for
I bet
it.
the K is Katrina.
Yes.
See, I knew
Uh-huh.
that part.
So it stands for Jason and Katrina Korn. So that's my husband and me. And then the N is kind of a 90s tribute to where it was like you did two names and instead of Ann, you did the N.
Yes.
Oh,
I like
got
it.
it. Got
Yeah.
it.
And portable. So tell us about your business. What is it?
So we are a local owned and operated portable toilet business, obviously with the portables. We do construction units, we do event units. We, like I said, very small, but we are growing.
Yeah.
We are trying to get more into the community and have more resources, I guess. Introduce ourselves, let people know that we're here because for the longest time it was Benfield, and now we have a new kid on the block, and
Yeah.
they don't really realize that we're here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much.
When you say events, are those super nice ones that are air conditioned yet? Do y'all do
So
some of
we-
that? They have those at the airport right now because
Wow.
they don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
the terminal
I've heard of
building.
those
That's
ones.
right.
The ones that flush, the trailers.
I mean, the ones that are air conditioned. I don't
Yeah,
even care about the flushing part.
So those are the luxury trailers. We
Yes.
do not have those. We're still a very small business.
So that's on your list.
So that is
that'll
on
be
the
good.
list. And then storing those.
Oh, yeah, you do need some space. for
Yeah.
that.
So we're
Well,
looking
good.
for land if anybody wants to sell us.
All
some.
right.
But
Tons of realtors that can help you with that. Look at our
Exactly.
realtors page on our
we need to do
website.
that. But yeah, we don't do those. Our event portables, they're standard units. We have ADA accessible plus standards.
Wonderful.
All of our event units, They come with 2 rolls of toilet paper, which is 5,000 sheets, and then hand sanitizer.
Nice.
Excellent.
We also offer combination locks. So if you have like an event in downtown, but we drop it off on Friday and we don't pick it up on Monday. So if your event's on Saturday and you don't want anybody in them,
Let me just tell you, that's really smart to have that.
is
Right.
Never would have thought of that.
Extremely smart.
so you guys have your own combination to your own portables,
Wow.
so nobody can get in them. And then we also offer lights. So like if you do them at
Oh,
night,
That's
they're
more better.
motion activated. So you walk in
See?
there and you can see what you're doing.
That's nice too. Those
Actually,
are
that
really
is.
that
That
is
is
really,
really smart.
as many porta johns as I have had to use in my day.
Mm.
Those are some nice little features.
And
to
the good
have.
news is we don't charge for those things as long as we get everything back in the same condition we gave them to you in.
Do you know what my job was during Pumpkin Fest this
I
past year?
Couldn't only imagine.
Checking for toilet paper
There you
and
go.
the porta johns. I don't know who our porta john company. Y'all, I don't know.
That's right.
Yeah, but
That's
I just remember.
service with a smile.
I was like, okay, that's what the president does, right?
That's right.
She does that.
I mean,
Uh,
sometimes you run out though. So
You do,
You gotta
and
have
you-
that extra.
And, at the end of the day, it's all about satisfaction and customers being happy, and our customers are the community. So if they don't have toilet paper in those bathrooms, they're not going to be
Exactly.
happy.
So my great question is, how did you and your husband come to want to do this particular business?
So originally it started out as a side business. My husband had never owned his own business before, and I had owned one.
Uh-huh.
We were doing commercial maintenance for all the 7-Elevens in North and South Carolina.
Oh my
So
gosh.
We were
Wow.
Holy cow.
with my original business. So we were spending a lot in portable toilets, and we were like, you know what, it's an asset to our business, let my husband do this, type thing. And then the 3 of the 5 business partners decided they did not want to be in business anymore. So I needed a job really quickly. So yeah, about 2 years ago, that business closed. I started this one, and I built it to where my husband could quit his job and come work with me.
Wow, that's
Listen
fantastic.
to you.
Wow.
You've got to have her in those the women only seminars.
I have
Uh,
been seeing the pop
one-
up. We are so busy right now.
That's okay.
It's a
Busy's
good thing.
So
That's
Mhm.
exciting, though.
But
Love
who
it.
would who would think of that? That's
It's
just
because you were doing something else and you're like, I
Yeah.
need this. That's how,
Yeah.
isn't that like every business starts like that
pretty much,
almost?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
see this
need. It's
You
a
see
need, or it's something you enjoy and you just want to do. Yeah.
plus on that other thing is that have you BSS Benfield Sanitation
Right.
was like the king.
Yes.
They did very well. And when he retired, there's a whole nother story back.
And we're going
behind
to
there,
keep
you know
this
that.
really clean.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna keep-
very
that's right.
kosher, right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Billy?
But now when that all went away, all these other businesses started
Coming in.
sanitation businesses started popping up everywhere, and I was like, look at that, isn't that right? And who would have thought about the portable toilet business?
Mhm.
So
Exactly.
you found a niche,
I did.
and now you're claiming it. So that's
And then
very cool.
ironically, I didn't know that they had sold out when we started. So we
Oh,
were
really?
actually starting as they were closing. So that's how I got most of my first business, is because
Smart,
they
had
were
sold out.
closing, and they wanted to be loyal to a small town
Right.
business versus a corporation.
Right.
And so they said, hey, you're a small town, let me use you.
yeah,
So
that's the way it was intended to be.
yes.
Mhm.
Things happen
mean,
behind the
Billy,
scenes.
Billy, you were, worked in radio for years, and
Mm.
then you decided, I think I want to be an owner of
Mhm.
a radio station.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that's how the dreams.
Call me crazy.
Well, you have to be a little bit crazy, don't you, to have a
You
business?
do.
Come on,
So a
y'all
lot
know
of
it.
people want to own their own business, but they don't understand what it takes to
Yeah.
own your
Mhm.
own
It's a
business.
lot. It's a
Mhm.
lot of work, and if more people, yes, I will just leave it there.
Yeah.
But there's lots of great resources in our community, which kind of leads me right
Yep.
into Leanne and what she
Mhm.
does with the coaching. And
Mhm.
before we lead into that, Mitchell has a small business center that I always refer people to that are just, especially if they've never had a business, or even if they're trying to like expand their business and they just don't know where to start. There's lots of wonderful resources in our
Yes.
community. So tell us, Leanne Hudson, about you.
Sure. And before we move on to me, I just have to say kudos to you. I'm very, very impressed. And to even start that up before you knew that Benfield was even closing
Right.
down. I mean, that's really impressive.
Timing's
So,
everything,
I
right?
know
Exactly.
it is.
Exactly.
So
Thank you.
great job. Yeah. So as I said, my business is Focal Point, business and leadership coaching. So it's not just limited to the business and leadership coaching. There's many other types of coaching within my business. I do PQ Intelligence, which is like a mental fitness coaching, and so that one's kind of interesting that people haven't heard a lot about. It's a positive intelligence coaching, which I can get into here in a little bit.
Is that teaching intelligence or
It's it
helping
And
people
you're
with
pulling
less
that intelligence
intelligence?
out that's already there.
Yes,
I know,
okay,
I know.
all right,
It's
very
got to
good.
already be there. Sorry, Billy. But yeah, it's. I mean, I'll start with kind of the way I got into it. It's. I My background is actually in food safety and quality assurance management. I have this master's degree in it that I got in the 90s, and it's my first love. And but then I have this passion in coaching, and so I started in the late 90s in manufacturing.
Oh,
And so that's who my ideal client is, and small in industry, industrial. So you'll hear me also talk about the entrepreneur
yes.
and trades. And so it really overlaps into that. But in manufacturing, I've had a 28-year career in manufacturing before I opened up my own coaching firm.
Mm.
But back in 2008, while I was in manufacturing, I was working for a facility that that was really not doing well, and they had a engagement score of 38. And if you know
I don't.
engagement,
What does that mean?
okay, engagement scores should be a 70 or above is an excellent. So 38 is not too good.
Nope.
Yep. And the overall rating for this plant was a 32. So not so good. And just based on those two scores alone, the corporate team came and said, this plant has 2 years to turn it around. They hired a new facility manager and said, you need to do something here. Let's put you in place. You've got 2 years. He hired a coaching team. I was the food safety manager at the time, and I raised my hand and said, I've always wanted to coach. My management style was coaching.
Oh.
And they allowed me to coach. I still had to maintain my food safety side, but they allowed me to coach. So I was part of this. I actually certified as a high performance team development and conflict resolution coach at the time, and so I was part of creating the strategy for a culture change. And so we took 18 months to actually create this turnaround, and our plan was actually 24 months, and we did it ahead of time.
Nice.
Wow.
The engagement score went up to a 72.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
The plant rating went up to an 82.
Excellent.
And if nobody knows if you know the Malcolm Baldrige Award, it's a quality award.
The school system used that.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know that, but
There you go.
many companies and industries use the Malcolm Baldrige Award. But we actually won that. And then we actually won 2 other awards that the corporate company put on.
Nice.
And so then the other facilities, 2 other facilities within the company actually hired the same company for the coaching.
Excellent.
And so, that I just caught the coaching bug at that point. It was my passion from there on out. I maintained my food safety. I actually went on to get a project and program management certification after that, but I also continued to coach.
Nice.
Is that serve, save, serve, whatever they call it?
That's actually in the restaurant environment.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't apply to the manufacturing environment, but yes, it's in the same,
Type of thing.
type of
Nice.
industry. It's still in food.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So I continued to, coach, and but I still wanted to bring it to the forefront. And so, fast forward 15 years later, and now I'm I don't want to give away my age, but I'm getting a little closer to the end of my career. And my husband and I said, if I don't break out and do this at this point, I'm going to regret it.
Yeah.
And so I finally broke out and did it. And so manufacturing is my ideal client. And there's my history as to why. But also the entrepreneur. It can go to the smaller and to the larger, environment of the manufacturing. And
So I'm going to be
yeah.
basic then and go like, what are you coaching? Are you coaching managers to be better managers or workers to be better workers? Or how does
Yeah,
that work?
so great question. So it can span. So I work with facility managers, business owners, manufacturing leaders, executives. I can go the whole range. Here's the thing, though. I have a favorite, and then
You're not supposed to admit that.
I know I'm not supposed to put that out there, right? But I do have a couple programs that I just absolutely love. However, I also have a place that I start.
Right.
Right. Because Focal Point has some fabulous programs that I think everybody should start with. So my absolute favorite program for manufacturers, because Statesville has so many manufacturers,
Very much.
right? And so I want to start with that. There's a program that is called High Performance Team Development that really highlights and is fantastic for frontline employees and developing culture. And it actually spans right across to the leaders within those facilities as well. And it gets down to building leadership skills, creating accountability, strengthening communication and decision making on those teams, and using a disc to enhance team dynamic. And it really starts there. But you also do that with the leadership team at the same time. It's a longer program, but it creates that accountability there.
Awesome.
Yeah. It creates team autonomy is what it does. Yeah. And then you break off from there and do a one-to-one coaching with your leaders and your executives. That's another program that I have. You would do it separately from the high performance team development. For the entrepreneurs, I have a program called Entrepreneurial Growth Program. That's a 12-week program. That's a quick and really great program that brings in the sales side, brings in revenue growth. That is a really more intense program that any entrepreneur, newer leader, even leaders that are more well established but want to really highlight and focus on that. Let's get to the next level of revenue growth. Should hop on board for. Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
And
one
get
thing
to the
I
next
didn't.
level of financial growth.
Everybody needs that.
Yeah.
Everybody
How
has
can
that.
I didn't ask this to Katrina, so I'll come back to you on that. Well, how can people find you, Leanne? What's the best way to connect with you?
So two of the easiest ways to find me. First off, just call me. 937-536-2694.
Do it again.
937-536-2694.
Gotcha.
And my website, LeanneHudson. Nope.
Got it.
Let me say that one again.
All right.
I'm going to flip it over and read it because I get it wrong every time I say it.
And spell Leanne.
Yeah, I'm going to go for that.
Okay.
Yeah. LeanneHudson.focalpointcoaching.com. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll call you.
Yeah. You call me.
What would be the keywords in Google for that?
Leanne Hudson.
Focal
So
point
what-
coach.
Focal point coaching. Okay.
Leanne
Yeah.
Hudson.
You know how Google has like
dot focal
yeah.
point.
keywords?
Okay.
So that the top of Google type thing to look for
Right.
is just Leanne Hudson
Okay.
and Focal Point Coaching.
And the Greater Statesville Chamber of Commerce, because
And
we have a
yes.
fantastic SEO when you're searching.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Yeah.
We do. I say that very confidently because we will get phone calls and they think that we're talking to you, and it's like, no, you called the chamber. Well, your number came up. I'm like, yes, it did, because
Ah.
she's on our directory.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Okay.
So just an FYI, we get that a lot though.
Really?
Tremendous amount. Yeah. So we have to say yes, because
Yeah.
we're always on our website updating. So
Yeah.
There you are.
just an FYI for those
Yeah.
that need to know that little chamber fact.
That's fair.
I'm going to add in one more thing. One of I do a number of other things besides the coaching. I do, motivational speaking. And so I'll go out there for any company that just needs 15 minutes, an hour, whatever it is. It's, I do resume writing. I also do consulting. So the consulting, project program management, food safety and quality systems, obviously, but documentation and technical writing. Yeah, that one
Wow.
is a big one.
You're
There's
a one-stop package.
kind of, but that one, is a big one. So many companies get bogged down
Ugh.
in those
Yes.
SOPs and things
Yes.
like that. That's an easy one for me. I can get those
I
done
just
pretty
love
quickly.
a good old SOP.
Oh yeah.
You know what that is, Billy?
Standard operation procedure.
Practice.
Am I
pretty
close
much.
to that?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
you're pretty
perfect.
close.
Yes. Good
Yeah.
job.
We don't
But-
have one of those here.
It's all in your head.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's you got to get it out of your head.
The next person that comes in is going to need to know how to do it.
This is
Katrina,
true.
tell us about how we can find you guys.
So the best way is to just give us a call,
Mhm.
and that is 980-248-3952.
Do it again.
I was trying to wait on you, Billy.
Okay.
980-248-3952. That's the
Give
business number.
Everybody else time to write it down too.
Yes.
And
then,
that's for JNKC portables.
yes,
Mhm.
and you will be talking directly to me. So that is my phone number. You can text it, you can call it, you can email me. We also have a website, jnkcportables.com. That also has, the email, what we do, different services we offer, everything about the business. We also do backflow testing. That's on there. So
Oh,
That's
yes.
a good one.
yeah.
That is a good one. I
Yeah.
never had to do that till
Yeah.
I was downtown.
Yes.
And they said, "Oh, this is due," and I'm like, "I don't even know what it is."
Yes. And those are
Water
fun.
safety is important, Billy.
Yes,
Yes, it is. Apparently so.
Yes, it is.
We don't want it coming back.
Exactly.
Well, Leanne and Katrina, thank y'all so much for being on and sharing what you do with us. And Billy, thanks for always having Chamber Chat on.
Well,
We appreciate
absolutely.
you.
If we want to find out more from the chamber, where do we go?
Statesvillechamber.org. Statesvillechamber.org.
That's it.
704-873-2892.
What's that again?
704-873-2892. You can check out our social platforms, SVL Chamber, at Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn,
You got it.
all the
We're there.
places. Yeah.
OnlyFans. No, that's not. I'm sorry. That's not.
That's not, we're not
No,
there
that's
That's
yet.
not one of them there.
That could be
Okay.
a revenue source, but no, not
That's
doing
it.
that.
All
Good
right.
one.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Excellent.
Billy.
All right, 9:32. Independence Day in style at the Statesville Fireworks Show, Wednesday, July 3rd. And let 92.9 WAME be your soundtrack for the night. The fun kicks off at 9 p.m. with a full half hour of patriotic programming to set the mood, followed by music synchronized to the fireworks starting at 9:30. Whether you're watching from downtown or your favorite spot around town, tune into 92.9 WAME and enjoy a night filled with pride, music, and celebration. This spectacular evening is proudly sponsored by RC's Lawnmower Sales and Service, keeping yards sharp since day one, and Carolina Prospectors, your source for gold, silver, and outdoor adventure.
How do you know which vitamins, herbs, or homeopathics are right for you? Come to Lowry Drug. You will be amazed at our selection of natural products, including vitamins, minerals, protein supplements, herbs, homeopathics, essential oils, and Bach flower remedies. We have quality products and smart selection for your better health. Come see us at Lowry Drug on Harkness Road in Statesville or call 704-873-2247. Come see us.
Hey, this is Jason Drum from Drum Landscape Supply. At our nursery right now, we've got the largest selection we've ever had of broadleaf plants, evergreens, flowering shrubs, perennials, flowers, and hanging baskets. But part of what we offer at Drum Landscape Supply is the expertise to make you a successful gardener. Even if you've got a brown thumb, we'll help you find the right plant so that you can be confident in your gardening and get out and enjoy nature just a little bit. Come on down and see us at Drum Landscape Supply. We're located in the same spot as we have been for the past 14 plus years on 2410 Northside Drive in Statesville, aka the Frontage Road. Come on down and see us. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays in the spring from 8 a.m. until 2. DrumLandscapeSupply.com or give us a call at 704-253-7010.
Well, you know, as the best traditional hardware store the Statesville has, Fort Dobbs Hardware provides a convenient location for people who want to stay away from the hustle and bustle of the big shopping centers. Fort Dobbs Hardware has just about everything you need, from plumbing, electrical, paint supplies, hardware, from nuts and bolts and door handles, home goods and tools. And we support local businesses in the area by buying locally produced items made right here in North Carolina, mostly within our county. Please stop in and see what a real hometown local business is all about. 406 Turnersburg Highway in Statesville. Hey, Ardell County, you know running a small business is no small feat, and getting more customers, well, it can be a real challenge these days. That's where Skyview Marketing comes in. They make amazing websites and handle your marketing while keeping you in the loop every step of the way. At Skyview, they say what they mean and mean what they say. So head on over to skyviewmarketing.co to book a free call and see how they can help your business grow. Don't let your business fall behind. Partner with Skyview Marketing today. That's skyviewmarketing.co.
Lucy, you won't do your daddy's will. Lucy,